Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and once again it is Dark Monster here, and we're going to be talking about some more Conan Exiles stuff. This guide is going to be a little bit longer than usual. It's going to be a little bit choppy. I'm not really an editor, so we're going to do my best. But today we're going to be talking about religions. That's right, put on your Pope hat, pull out your menorah, all that other shenanigans, do what you do. But we're going to be talking about all of them. Now, the one that I'm not going to physically show is the one that literally does nothing. And it's only accessible at the very start of the game when you create your character. And that is Crom. Crom has literally no effect on anything whatsoever. In fact, it's usually the one that I pick most often because I don't usually mess with religion stuff. It's just not for me. But that being said, you can't learn it from anybody anywhere. However, in order to learn a religion, you can learn as many as you want, you can practice as many as you want. They don't really care if you worship another one at the same time. But in order to learn a new religion, you have two options. You can either find the person who is teaching that religion, or you could spend 50 beat points to manually learn it. There's a couple exceptions, being Crom and Jumble Sag, because those ones you can only learn from specific things. Now, before anything, let's go ahead and get into it. Alrighty, so we're here, and here on the map, right at Shaman's Rise. So from my little humble abode, it's up here, and you climb around, you get all up in here. I marked it for Yogg, and I have the thing here. And you're gonna see none of these structures. These are things that I placed, but barren open area and a trail. You follow the trail up here, and it'll lead you to this crazy bastard right here. Nunu the Cannibal.
Your hand, stranger. Come, look into the pit. The Lord of empty abodes awaits there.
Yada yada yada. You can learn the Yogg religion from him. But then you start out with this here, the pit, and you can make cleaver, or later on you can make the cudgel, or you can upgrade, or you can make putrefied flesh. It's mostly just meat, I think. But you just get your tool that you're going to use to carve things up, and then you just do what you do. Generally how it works. Yeah, I believe it would be the cleaver. You just carve things up, get the meat. You would get this unblemished human meat, so you carve up human corpses. And you can also make a weapon. It's not particularly good, especially with the strats that we usually use, so I don't really mess with it. But then you can upgrade it to the Rift. And the Rift of Yogg gives you the same things, as well as the Yoggite Watcher gear. I don't know what they have on them, but nothing that has made me care. And then you can also get the option for the Bone Spear. Don't really know what that does. Honestly, I don't mess with religions too much, but I know you can do that. These are if you have other pieces of other religions that you just want to turn in and get some stuff, some offerings, but I don't really mess with it. And then here, I forgot to say, you can make the Abyss, upgrade to the Abyss here, and craft it here. And once you do, you get access to the skeletal decoration, all the previous things, plus the tenderizer, which uses star metal, so you know it's going to be pretty decent, but nothing too spectacular. You get a better Yogg cleaver. It's blessed. I don't really know what the difference is. And then you get the Yogg's protection, or you can summon an avatar. Now, all of these altars, you can summon an avatar if you have the tier 3 and a whatchamacallit, a priest that's an equivalent level. But I don't really find any use for them in my single player and PvE games. It's mostly for PvP, sieging, and things like that. So yeah, that's Yogg, and I will move on to the next one. Alrighty, and we are back over here at this one. It is the Oasis area here. I surprisingly didn't mark this on my map, but there is Maralena's Hope, and that's where you can find religion holder for Mitra. Now, mind you, some of these NPCs tend to be hostile, so be careful of that. But either way, you can still talk to Maralena and get the emote and the religion, yada yada yada. And then we can come down here, which is where I put the altars. And we have the shrine, which gives you the tool that you're supposed to use to carve up the dead. You can upgrade to the sanctuary, you can get the ambrosia, and you can get the offerings. And then once you upgrade to the sanctuary, you get all the same things, and you can upgrade to the refreshment, and you get the Mitra armor, clothing, whatever it is. And then you can make statues if that's what your deal is. You get the same things, and you can also get the sword and the staff, which I guess would be more like a spear. And then you get the upgraded version of the Ankh, which is a blessed. And I just quickly looked. The blessed versions seem to harvest more and have more durability. I think that's what I've noticed. But yeah. And let me see what Ambrosia does, because I'm not 110% sure. But I should really have paid attention and looked it up beforehand. It's just healing. Oh, healing and 1 strength and vitality for 10 minutes. So, according to the wiki, recovers 3 points of healing every 3 seconds. And yeah, it looks like it lasts up to 10 minutes and gives you 1 strength and 1 vitality. Really be paying attention to these things beforehand. But I'm dumb, so I haven't done that. Alright. Anyway. And of course, again, you can make the avatar if that's your jam. But we'll move on and go to the next one. Alrighty, and we are here on the map. Can be hard to see at Mechcamosa's Spire. I guess I could show you a little bit where it's at. We're about the middle here, kind of up through a path that's kind of hard to get around to, but it's right by this desert here. And up here you will find this gentleman.
No closer, exile.
You can learn the set, emote, and religion, blah blah blah. And I built the altars over here. Set is one of the more popular ones that people start out with because of these right here. These snake arrows, these poison. So poison arrows early on. But you can get the brazier, which is just decoration and lighting. They're not very good lighting, but they're okay. The ritual knife is what you use to carve up your dead enemies. You can upgrade to the altar, and you also get the antidote, which obviously cures poison. The snake arrows are one of the biggest draws for most people that use this religion. And if we upgrade to the altar, you get all the same things as well as the Setite armor set. And then you can upgrade to the sanctum, which gives you all the same things. Plus, you can make a snake idol, a little statue thing. And you get access to the blessed version of the ritual knife and a fancy khopesh and a Setite shield. And obviously, oh yeah, and these snakebite daggers, and obviously the avatar. Of note, whenever you make an avatar, it destroys the altar and the priest inside. So it's a one-time deal for a lot of work. One of the reasons I've never messed with it. But let's move on to the next religion. Alrighty, and the next one here is a bit of a pain in the ass because we're way out near the Forgotten City and a little bit south of it around here. There's obviously the hostile jungle monsters, but also these NPCs up here are mostly hostile. So getting to this religion is kind of a pain in the ass. I'm cloaked right now in admin mode, so they're not going to bother me, but I believe they will attack you. So you have to clear them out before you can come and talk to this person up here. All the way in the back. Through all this shenanigans. Oh, did I miss them? Hold please. Something seems to be wrong. I'm gonna try to reload the area, see if that fixes it, because they seem to have disappeared. So, technical difficulties. Alright, can't explain. No idea why. My game seems to be bugged at the moment, but normally when you get here, there is the Priest of Decado as well as 2 Lemurian dancers, so I have no idea why they're not here, but that's who you will learn the religion from, as well as the emote. And then I built my stuff down here. Don't try to do that at home unless you're in admin mode and have God mode enabled. That was just a shortcut. So we have the pleasure place where you can transmute honey, that's what this stuff is called, as well as bread. You get your Decado knife, which is what you use to carve up and get your blessings. You can upgrade to the pleasure dome, and you can also get these elixirs, which give you a small boost for a small time. 2 stats. Then if you upgrade to the pleasure dome, obviously get the same things, and you can upgrade to the pleasure palace as well as the Decado armor set, as you can also transmute into the aloe, that's what it's called, and the compost. Could not think of the word. And if you manage to get the pleasure palace, same things as always, plus the blessed version of the Decado knife and the lust taker, which just seems to be a normal sword, not too powerful, only 45 damage. And then you can make the avatar and get the protection. And once again, making the avatar will destroy the altar and the priest alongside it. Now, after quite a bit of delay, hopefully we don't have any more issues, we're going to go even further than the jungle to our next religion. Alrighty, and for this religion, we're way up to the north west area. You see a bit above the Mount of the Dead. There's this little sweeping pass, and that's where we're going to find our outcast camp, which holds a NPC that gives us the religion. You kind of have to snake back and forth. You can see the glowy thing from the altars I put down there. Oh, there we go. The giant boy over here is the one that will have the religion. There he is. Closer. Hello. There we go. Outcast. You can talk to him and learn about the altar to Ymir. There's stuff here. And then don't try this at home, kids. Taking the quick way down. Alright. Enough crunches later. The altar of Ymir where you can get ice shard arrows, ice, so you can turn ice shards into this, the hatchet, and then you can also upgrade into the blooded altar. Here you can get the Ymir's armor, very similar to the one I'm wearing now, the veneer heavy set. Don't think it has the same stats. I don't remember though. And then you can also upgrade it to the exalted altar, which if you do, you can obviously make the avatar, but you can also make a statue of Ymir, so that's cool. I'm kidding. And you can make black ice, or you can go a little bit above where you learn this religion and make or harvest black ice. So, you know, that's weird. But you can also make the glacier crack and the bow shatter, as well as the blessed hatchet. And that brings us to the end of the normal base religions. There's going to be one more that you can learn off the bat. We'll cover that one last because it's newer and special. But first, we have a very unique religion that we have to talk about. And I will meet you over where you can learn that in a moment. Alrighty, we are back in the center of the map, more or less. And it's just below the den. For some reason I don't have it marked, but this is the den. And it's a little bit south and a little bit west, right about here. You'll find this friend. Hello, friend.
Come.
And if you trade the 5 feral flesh for a potion of midnight, and you can learn the trait to make it, you can go and embark on a quest once you use that potion. It'll take you to the land of Jebel Sag, or Jebel Sag, whatever it is, and you go through a quest. You defeat a bunch of monsters and humans, or animals and humans, beasts, whatever. And at the end, you fight a super powered beast, and once you harvest its flesh, you get access to the Jebel Sag religion upon consuming the flesh. And then you can start making these. Should probably grab a torch. So, starting with the bower, you get the bloodletter, which is what you're going to use to harvest your stuff. You're going to upgrade to the retreat. You get a hunter potion, gives you some stats. Night eye potion, which lets you see better in the dark. And then some lures to draw in some different animals. But most of that is from the sacred blood, which you get from the bloodletter. Then if you upgrade it to the retreat, you can make you can purify the blood into, I guess, actual blood from demon blood. And then you get access to the Jebel Sag headdress. And you can also get these ones: reptile, rock nose, scorpion, and spider lures. I've never used them, so I don't really know how they work. And then you can upgrade to the grove. And if you do, you get access to all the same things, as well as the sand reaper and feline and the sign of Jebel Sag. I'm assuming it's just a decoration. And then you also get the blessed bloodletter and the claws of Jebel Sag, which for claws do decent damage at 40, but still probably not worth all that effort. And then obviously you get the avatar, which would destroy this and its priest. Moving on to the final religion that we're going to talk about, I'll meet you in yet another unique location. Alrighty, and for the final religion, the one we're going to be talking about is the Zath Religion. and this is the newest one added to the game. You can choose it from the start menu or the character creation menu. However, technically speaking, if you don't do that, the only way to get it in the base game, in the Exile land, not in the Isles of Sipta, is to spend the 50 feat points on it. Because at the moment, there's a bug where the guy that gives you the religion, similar to what you saw at Derketo, just doesn't spawn. The one at Derketo usually does spawn at least once. The first time you get to her. But this guy, I've never even seen. I can't get him to spawn. I looked it up. It's a known bug, so who knows. But we are here, not too far from the middle of the map, in between the Set one and the Mitra. Here along the river, there's two entrances. There's the Weaver's Hollow, which is a little bit harder to get to this spot where you need to get to. And then there's also Scuttler's Shortcut. Scuttler's Shortcut is where we're going to go. Mind you, there are going to be lots of spiders and things to fight along both paths. But we're just going to walk right by him in cloak mode. And when you go this way, it's a lot shorter journey and a lot safer journey to get to where this guy's supposed to be. All the way through past the crystals. Whoop. Gotta jump to get over that. That's all these guys. Down deeper and deeper and further, you see this special area with the demon spider. Normally, this guy is somewhere right around here that will teach you the Zath Religion, but he just doesn't seem to spawn. And I have no idea why. I have not seen him ever at all. I've checked this whole place multiple times, and I just can't seem to find him, so I don't know. If you know anything more about it, feel free to let me know. But the only place to learn the religion besides spending the feet on it or getting it at character creation is if you're in the Isles of Sipta, which means you're not going to be in the Exile land, so I'm not sure. But that covers that. And we're going to pause real quick while we run back to the actual altars themselves. Okay, now that we're out and they're going ham on lizards, I put the altars up here and I faced a couple of them the wrong way, but that's fine. The first one you'll see is the Nest of Zath, where you get your ritual dagger. And then you can also upgrade to the Web of Zath. And you can make your globe of Yazud, whatever it is. Either way, you turn your Venom Purified Blood in, and you get one of these globes. Now these globes are pretty cool, because they turn into a spider. A little friendly spider that will poison. Very effective, but I think they can do self-damage, or damage to you as well, I'm not sure. But if you upgrade to the web, you get access obviously to the same things, but also to the Zathite Dancer gear, as well as upgrade to the Altar of Zath. And you can also make extract, and you can make a statue. And then at the third tier, the altar, you can obviously make a avatar and all the same things, as well as the blessed version of the dagger. And then you can get a couple daggers and the spear. In my opinion, Zath is one of the more useful, similar to Set, simply because of that spider. It's pretty worth it. So if I was to pick a religion specifically to use for things, it'd honestly be probably either Zath or Set. I don't really care for using bows that much, so that's why I might not choose set. But Zath is also kind of wonky with that thing, so that's Spider. But that being said, that's it. You can choose them on start. You can choose Crom and choose none of these and not fuck with them at all. That's what I choose to do. But I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully this has been even remotely useful. Sorry there was a little bit of technical difficulties and bugs, but it is what it is. And if you guys want any more information, you could please let me know down below. If you have any suggestions for other videos that you want to see any sort of guide on, you can also leave it there. And if you liked or disliked the video, please feel free to hit the corresponding buttons because it helps me out to let me know what you guys want to see. And if you want, you can subscribe to find more videos. We have plenty other guides on Conan as well as other videos on other games as well. And if you are subscribed, feel free to hit the little notification bell so that you know whenever I upload. And that's pretty much it. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you hanging out. But that's all for me. Bye-bye.